No shit.
Hightailed it out of there.
Are you crazy? Don't go between them! Go between them! Are you crazy?
Welcome to my home.
Good morning. Good morning. Man, every Saturday now, this mustache just does its own thing. All right. Good morning, guys. So we have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to go over, and I'm excited. I'm actually excited for the stuff that's being announced, and just looking forward to it. Like we're still in the very beginning of 2025, and it looks like it's going to be a really killer year for physical media all around. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and let's just kick it off with what I'm watching today, my movie recommendations, because some Saturdays I kind of forget. And we're going to do a boutique Blu-ray label. I don't think we've done that in a couple Saturdays, but this is one of my favorites, and you can still buy these. So these are out of print. The company went out of business, but I found a place that claims to have a ton of them. I've never purchased from them yet, so I don't know about that. We're going to talk about that today. But this movie right here, Boeing, with Tony Curtis and Jerry Lewis, this is just a fun film, and coming into February, and the date night movies, the rom-coms, all that stuff. My youngest daughter has just, man, this mustache. My youngest daughter has really just kind of found rom-coms and has gotten into that. So we've been watching a bunch of them recently, and going to like something like this. So we're gonna watch something like this today because it's an older one. So even though like it was like tongue in cheek and their stuff, it wasn't raunchy. And with a lot of the modern ones, like you have to worry about that stuff. So she's 8 years old. So I'm trying to like gear it more into that. And so this is one I liked. And if you haven't seen it, Tony Curtis, he plays this womanizer, and so he has these three women, and they're all stewardesses, so they come in at different times, and so they're all his girlfriends, but they've never met each other. And Jerry Lewis comes into his life, and everything gets screwed up. Then the girls accidentally are going to possibly meet each other. It's just an all-around fun film. Really like that one, and it's Olive Films. And like I said, this company here, let's see if I can bring up the website. So I found it yesterday. Let's see. And then they claim to have like tons of them. So it's oldies.com is the website, and they carry a lot of stuff. They carry CDs and vinyl records and different movies and different decades. So they carry a lot of stuff. So like I said, I just found it. I haven't ordered from them yet. And let's see, put that down there. And then I will put the link right in the chat so you guys can check it out if you want. Let's see. There you go. That's there in the chat. But yeah, this website here, and they claim to have quite a few of them. I don't know if they have all of them, because I think the last time I checked, they might have had a total of 600 films in that range in their library. But they have quite a few pages of these. These are all Olive Films, and then it says like they have 16,000 plus, 7,000 plus, 25,000. So I don't know how many Olive Films actually had printed of each copy, but I know Amazon is hit or miss. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. But there's just a big selection here, and I'm a huge fan. So if I can find more Olive Films, and I mean, obviously, I'm not just going to buy them all, because there's quite a few on here that I would never watch, but there's quite a few I would. So yeah, I would definitely like to add more into that, like King of the Gypsies. That's a it's an I think one of Brooke Shields' first, but Susan Sarandon's also in that one. And Imprint just put one out. So I was like, that one's been around for a little while. And so I know some people have been getting the Olive Films back catalog, but Firewalker, I don't think anybody has. And that's a great film. I love that one. Zapped is another one that I think the only Blu-ray is this one. So yeah, definitely check out Olive Films. Check out that oldies.com. I think they're legit, but I haven't ordered from them yet. Damn, this mustache. This one little pillow just wants to go down today. All right, so we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff today. What do we got? Good morning, Thomas DiCarlo. Good morning. Oh, everyone. Okay, I see how we're starting off today. I see how we're doing this. Let's see, where are we?
Bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Yeah, everyone. Yes. Good way to start off the Saturday. Good. Yes. What we got? And then let's see. Thomas says, smash the like button and subscribe. Oh, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, please hit that like button. Always forget that. I mean, that helps the algorithm. It helps people get here. You know, that's the whole thing. This I gotta put some wax in it again. I stopped doing that for a while, but I gotta start again. All right, what do we got? Blue corner already did. Nice, nice. Don't rush now. Yeah, no rush, no rush. All right, test one. Morning coffee and flicks. Oh yeah, every morning. Good morning. Saturday mustache is becoming legendary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something like maybe we'll do a shirt or something. Do a meme. So I got new shirts in the store. We're doing a giveaway at the end of the show. So I was like, I don't know how we're gonna actually do that, but I have a little name generator, and we have some things to give away. I didn't want to put it in the title. I didn't want to like really advertise for it, but we will be doing one once a month, usually in the middle of the month. Um, for you guys, the fans. And so I was like, I didn't want to like just say giveaway because people show up for giveaways and then they don't care. So I was like, they just want to get stuff or they want to attempt to get stuff. So I was like, you guys, you're here every Saturday. We'll do the giveaway. And like I said, I'm not gonna. You might have to remind me some Saturdays, but I'm not gonna make it a thing. I'm not gonna like post it in the to get people to come here. I'm not gonna put it on the thumbnail giveaway. So it's just gonna be a thing every month. We're gonna give away something. We're gonna give away right now I got a couple mugs and a couple shirts, but we're gonna give away one mug a month and one. I feel like I should give something to the members. So I was like, I was going to do a member giveaway, and then I was going to do like you guys here that are here on Saturday. We're going to do a giveaway for that. So we're going to do that towards the end of the show, and we'll see how that works out. And then, oh, speaking of giveaways, so somebody had wanted to. Before I show you we got a couple new shirts. Nothing crazy, but I got to figure some stuff out. So somebody gave me this, and so I just want to make sure my stuff's not here. So I got this in the mail, and I posted about it. Like, there's no note in here, no nothing, and so I thought maybe I accidentally ordered it because it was off my Amazon wish list. But then I looked, and I didn't. I didn't order it. It was gifted to me, and then I went to look, and then as I was looking, like more stuff was being added, and this was a couple Saturdays ago. So I was like, whoever did it, I do want to say thank you and I appreciate you, but I haven't made a video about it yet because when I went to look, and more stuff was being added, and I don't know if it was all from the same person or if it was from different people. And so there's like a couple titles. I have to go look now. So I know what they are, like, because I kind of peeked because I was looking. So I was like, I don't want to look if somebody's going to send me stuff. I kind of want it to be a surprise, but because that just showed up and I didn't expect it, I did kind of look. So I was like, there's a few titles, and there's some things in here that like not just shocker, but stuff like I really was like looking forward to getting myself. And so I was like, it was just a nice prize. So as that like to pay back for the community and like because I was like, I've never really asked for things, and people have asked about that before. It's the only reason I made the wish list public. But I wanted to pay it back. And so like there was somebody, a friend that he's another YouTuber in the community. He mentioned something about a shirt. So I was just going to send him something off his wish list just to kind of pay it forward kind of thing. And instead of that, I was like, you know what? He was talking about my shirt. So I sent him a shirt. I gave him a giveaway code. I gave him a shirt. And then, somebody in here today, I'm not going to mention who it is because I don't want any weirdness between people, but somebody here today, good friend. And I wanted to do the same thing, just pay it forward and here's something. And then he never claimed it. I don't think he likes my wares, but it's all right. But anyway, so yeah, that's the thing is, so this paying it forward, like somebody was giving me stuff off the wish list, just paying it forward. I just give away some shirts and mugs and hats and whatever. So I was like, that's the thing. But then we're gonna do this once a month. We're gonna start giving away something. And then in the past couple weeks ago, I mentioned how I had and I don't know where they are right at the moment, but I had a couple movies that I had wanted to give away because I upgraded somewhere or other, but I didn't want to give them to the bookstore or trade them in because like they just go to eBay anyway. Like people find those boutiques and they send them to eBay. So I want fans to get them. But then I was going to think about giving those away on like a Today thing too. I decided not to do that because in that selection of movies, they might not be for everybody. And so it's like one of those things. I just don't want to do it. But what I do want to do and if anybody of you are interested in this, is like the movie pen pal thing. So I got a bunch of movies. If you're interested in them, I'll send them to you, and then vice versa. You find some movies that you don't want anymore, or you think that I would like, and send them to me. Like I'm obviously not going to send you crap that I don't like. They're things that I have upgraded along the way, and so they're still on Blu-ray, but now I have like a 4K or the boutique set. So that's kind of what I want to do. Let me know if you guys want to do that. And I know one of you had mentioned they wanted that career opportunities, but career opportunities I think is getting a 4K. I'm pretty sure I read something about that as well. So we do have that. Let's see. Yes, the mustache company legendary. Good morning, everyone. Yes, we already got the everyone, but morning, Michael. Morning. Let's see. What do we got? Marty said good morning too. Ha, mustache annoyance. Trim it all down. New look. No way, no way. So when I got in the Navy, I stopped shaving because we had to shave every single day. And before I was in the Navy, I always had facial hair. I always had like some kind of like right before I joined the Navy, I had like big mutton chops, like the Wolverine mutton chops with like the middle patched out, no mustache at all, huge mutton chops. And I joined the Navy, and then we had to shave every day for 6 years. And like according to policy, now obviously I didn't follow policy, but according to policy, like they even want you to shave on your days off, when you're on leave and on vacation. And it's just like, nah. So the day I got out is the day I stopped shaving. So I've not shaved my face. Now I have trimmed it down, and I hate it. Every time I've trimmed it down like really, really short, I hate it. So I've had this beard since December 2014. So let's see. But yeah, I was like, there's wax and there's stuff you can put into it, keep it out. And so I was like, that's what I was like, drinking the coffee is also worse too. If it's like dangling down, it goes right in the mud. It's a horrible thing. Horrible. Let's see, Video Pro. Yes. Okay, so Video Pro. I had it around. What the heck did I do with it? Okay, I was like, I know what I'll do. So I was like, I have it, but then I put it back safe. So I have something that I got from the thrift store, but I did take a picture of it because I shared it with other people. Let's see. So I can show you this picture. It's huge. It's freaking huge. And just like to buy a frame, like it's so expensive, I might just have to go get it framed. It's from the thrift store, or not thrift store. It's from the video rental store. And I picked this up, and it's just classic. I love the video rental store stuff. Where are you? I think did I delete it? What the heck did I do with this? How ridiculous of me. Yeah, I probably deleted it. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. Hold on, let me see. See if I can just still pull it up. Let's see. Got this. Here it is. All right. So this is from the thing. All right, so it's this huge banner. It goes across like the whole thing, but here's like the main part of it, because that's the only thing I can get in the picture without the other stuff. Let's see, photos. There we go. So it's this huge, huge willow banner, and it's paper. It's paper. It's a big paper poster, but it's ridiculous. And when I rolled it out to take the picture of it, like I couldn't get the whole thing in the picture without like it making it look really small. The thing is huge, and so like it's because it says Willow. It's got the scene where they're going up to battle, and it's got the VCR tape there, and it says now on video cassette. So I was like, that was just something really cool that I had picked up. I was like, I love grabbing stuff from the video rental store, and any of that kind of memorabilia I'm into. And so Willow, I love the movie, but yeah, getting something like that. And I did not realize how big it was when I got it. So let's see. What do we got? You should buy them all. You should just buy them all. I'm an enabler. Yes. Thank you for being an enabler. Thank you. 101 Films has Firewalker in the UK. Okay, there you go. There you go. Firewalker's great. Firewalker is great. But either way, get the Alpha Films, the 101 Films version. Doesn't matter. Just get it. It's a good one. Blue Corner says fans wear. That's right. You guys are just here to watch me fail. Thomas says, I don't like to brag, but I do like giveaways. Yes. All right, what do we got? And it says, Thomas says the mugs are legit. Love mine, new favorite. Yeah, they are. They're really solid. I really enjoy them. And talking about like because like it ships all over the world, and so just double checking. So if I ordered something for myself, like if I ordered this mug, it was going to cost me around $8 in shipping. But then if I was going to if I was going to order the same mug to Denmark, it was going to cost like $6 and change for shipping. But then after tax and VAT tax and like the fee or whatever, it was like right around $8 or $9. So it was about the same price for shipping because they have pockets all over the world, and these things are print on demand. So wherever you are, it ships closer to wherever you are. And so I was like, I sent something to Australia, and the Australia one took a long time to get there, but it got there safely. So yeah, so it works out. And so like, yeah, these giveaways 100% taken care of, shipping, everything. And it just takes you a link to my store, and then you just redeem whatever you want. You fill out your information, nothing is shared, and then all of a sudden you get it eventually. Let's see. Neat idea to do a swap shop. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it'd be great. So if any of you are interested in that, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, whatever you have, and then you can DM me there. And we'll work something out. Obviously I don't want to like give my information to everybody, but like we'll figure something out. I'm interested and I have tons. Tons that system will give me the reason to part ways and I feel good about it. Yeah, right. That's the point. Like I like the whole pen pal idea. I mean, obviously I'm not the first to come up with the idea, but in the past, and I'll talk about it. So I have a good friend, and I sent him some movies because I was like I upgraded a ton of movies 2 years ago. 2 years ago, like when I say a ton, like I probably upgraded in a couple month period, like probably a couple hundred movies, going from either DVD or Blu-ray to Blu-ray or 4K. And as I upgraded, I had some really solid ones that I loved, and I thought they should be shared. And so I was like, I sent him a bunch of movies and he appreciated the movies, but I was like, I haven't heard if he ever watched them or like nothing. And he's not like the biggest movie guy. Like he does like some cool movies, some of the older stuff, especially noir, gets into like the Maltese Falcon is one of his favorite movies. So like there's definitely some like movie aspirations there, but in general, I'm a movie guy. Like I'm watching at least 3 movies a day. Even if I'm not sitting down watching them, they're on in the background. So I was like, so I kind of want to do that. Like we'll do like a pen pal thing. I send you a bunch of movies, you send me a bunch of movies, and we just kind of have a good time with it. And I was like, obviously, I would never send you anything crap, and I would send you stuff that like I really loved. And obviously, like each person's different. So I have a very eclectic taste in movies, and not everybody does. And so like once I get to know you, like I kind of have a vibe for things you might like. Yeah. Oh, you already said that. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Bro, I had to double shave in a basic. Oh yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. And there were times like I never had to double shave, but I know like lunchtime, middle of the day, like towards the end of the day, like there were times where officers would yell at me because of like my 5 o'clock shadow. My stubble would come in, and like they would yell at me thinking like I didn't shave at all. And there was definitely times where I tried to get away with it and I would skip it. But yeah, it's like it's a thing, man. John McCord, morning 80s. Finally got my first OLED paired with my 9.1 home setup. Now is complete. Nice, nice, nice. Enjoy that OLED. Enjoy that. Let's see. Let's see. And the movie done. Nice. Let's see. Let's see. Are we talking? Oh, having private conversations. Good morning, though. Good morning. Uh, yeah, Australia takes forever. Always close to a month for stuff to get there. Here from there. Oh yeah, it's the worst. It is the worst. We got that. and Video Pro. Nice. I haven't even thought of looking for video store memorabilia. New obsession unlocked. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my. I'm gonna put on this. Let's see. I'm gonna put on this because we're gonna start the day off. We have these Shout Factory sale going on. It's John Carpenter's birthday. I'm not sure how long the sale's going for because I didn't see that, but it is going on right now. And so John Carpenter's birthday, they're doing a sale. Let me share this and I will go away for a second. I want to bring back a video store memorabilia that I think everybody will appreciate. All right, so we have this, and then I will go. All right, so we got that. Yeah, I got that video store memorabilia. Yeah, so this right here, obviously John Carpenter's Vampires. You have, Ghost of Mars, Escape from New York, the Steelbook, Halloween. There's some solid stuff here. Now, I would pick up Prince of Darkness because I don't have it in the collection. Assault on Precinct 13, solid. In the Mouth of Madness is something that I need to get. Um, Body Bags. I think Body Bags is great. I think it's very underrated. I'm not a huge anthology person, so any of the anthology stuff, even like comic books, I just never really got into. But I did enjoy Body Bags. I thought it was pretty solid, and just growing up with Tales from the Crypt and stuff, like it was just an easy. Jumping from Tales from the Crypt and appreciating that and enjoying that. I thought it was fun. That was real fun. And then, I'm a huge fan of Halloween 3. The Fog is something I saw recently in the past couple of years. I had never saw it before. I picked it up when the 4K came out, and man, do I love that film. So yeah, there's some solid ones here. Obviously, They Live, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I didn't know that was his film. I haven't seen that in so long. I'll have to check that out again. And then Village of the Damned. I will honestly tell you, I have never seen Village of the Damned, but I have seen John Carpenter's Elvis. So Village of the Damned is something that's high on my list, high on my priorities. But yeah, John Carpenter's Elvis. It was a joke in the house for the longest time because my oldest daughter was getting into horror. And so she liked John Carpenter, she liked all that stuff. And then she just thought it was hilarious that he, did all those. And he didn't always do horror, but he did all these horror movies. He did Halloween, did some of the great ones. And then all of a sudden, Elvis. So she just thought it was funny and it became a joke in the house. So I got this. And this is May the Force Be With You, now on video cassette. And it's an old, let's see, it's hard to see. Let's see. Got that. It's getting all the reflection of my posters and stuff. So we got that. Let's see. There we go. So we got that, and so it's just a nice little, you know, just a nice little Star Wars on now on video cassette. So this is just something I like to have. Anything like that, and this was I found it was like in mint condition. It's one of those things I just like. I gotta have it, and yeah, the story went with it. It was early days of video store rental. This guy's dad was one of the, it's like, and I remember this same job from like the beer salesman. So the beer and soda salesman that would go from, gas station to gas station. Cause I had a friend whose dad did that. And he just had tons of signage in his trunk of his car all the time in their attic. And it was all the stuff. And he would just go and I think they called it a merchandiser. And he would just go from each gas station and grocery store and then set up the cardboard standees and the posters and set it up for any of the seasonal stuff. And that's all he did. And he just, drove around and I don't think he even ever had an office. And it was the same kind of thing. And so then this guy was telling me his dad did that for a bunch of businesses. But the one he got into very early on was video store rentals out in California, the rental stores for the mom and pops before they became popular. And so it was like that was just one of the things. And he had found like a whole stack of those in his attic in like a box. And so it was like new old stock kind of thing. And I was like, I had to have it. Had to have it. Let's see, what do we got? Movie store memorabilia, movie stores, vinyl soundtracks are my downfall. Yes, yes. I've just started getting into vinyl recently, but I don't have a ton of it. But yeah, soundtracks are kind of my downfall too. Gaming with Juan. Hey, caught another live. Nice shirt. Hope your year has started with a purchase of a new movie. God bless. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I got something coming today that I'm actually really interested in, and it's another 4K because I become friends with this gentleman Gary, and we've been talking back and forth. We've been emailing because he found one of my videos and we started talking, and so then we've been emailing, and he's been breaking my balls because he has a lot more 4K movies than I do, and so then he's constantly telling me that I need to catch up. And so I do have one coming today, but it's something that I just saw the trailer for, and it ended up being like $10. So I was like, I ordered it. It's coming today, and it's right up my alley. I like these types of movies. It's not a big action flick, and it's being delivered today. But it's The Green Book with Viggo Mortensen and Marshala Ali. That looks solid, and so I was like, I saw just a clip from it, and I have to get this movie, and yeah, it ended up being like 10.99. So I did get that today, and I've got a bunch of stuff coming. But yeah, thanks for the shirt. We have them in the store. These ones were members only shirts, but it's one of the ones I'll give away today. Let's see. And Movie Den says, not sure if it went through. What's up, Chris? Oh, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? It might have. I might have just missed it when I pulled up your name, like you were already talking to somebody else. So it's like it might have been one of those things. Amazon has maybe over a big 3 for 33 sales. Oh, okay. I was like, I'll check that out. I'll check that out. I love when they do the 3 for 33. Let's see. Tom says, I'm not an anthology person. It's on Trick or Treat. I love horror anthology. Yeah, I do. I love our thoughts on. I love Trick or Treat. I like that one too. So I was like, I didn't mean to forget about that one, but I am not an anthology person. But I like Trick or Treat and I like body bags. But I own Trick or Treat. I don't own body bags. It's one of those things. Like I will revisit Trick or Treat regularly. I've watched it when it wasn't Halloween. I watched it at least 3 times during Halloween. I had to have the Arrow Video 4K. Like I was on the fence about that one though. I did have the original Blu-ray when it came out, but then I got the Shout Factory Blu-ray, and I think I paid a little bit more for that one. Not that I got it on eBay or something. I just don't remember. I just don't feel like I got a good deal on it. I just kind of felt like, so I got that one, and I was very happy with it. It's a newer film shot, I think it's shot digitally. It looks beautiful, and so I liked it. But then I was on the fence about that 4K, thinking I would just wait for a sale. But I'm glad I got it, and it ended up being a day one purchase, but it wasn't a day one pre-order. I did sit on the fence a little bit, but I do like that film. I do like that one. Oh, nice, nice. You went with the Samsung. Sweet. Yeah, I love Trick or Treat. Yeah, me too. Anyone get Snowpiercer? That's one I'm interested in, but I was like, if they only have that steelbook, I don't need it. I liked the movie enough to revisit it again, but I was like, I did not pick it up. All I saw was a steelbook, but that steelbook, I will admit, it looks really sharp. I was watching, I think Steelbook Obsessed was showing it off, and the slipcover, it just has that other design underneath. It's sharp. It's really sharp, but it definitely does not even come close to even my top 100 favorite films. I couldn't justify grabbing that steelbook. Um, Anyone know if Way of the Gun is on Blu-ray or 4K? I can look it up real quick. Darren G. Nice, nice. So let's see. Matthew, I don't even subscribe. I'm from the Caribbean, but I definitely subscribe after seeing this video. Oh, well, thanks, brother. Thanks. Nice. Let's see. Let's double check Way of the Gun, and then let's dive into I know you guys are talking, you're here, and everything, but I don't want to get too sidetracked today. I got a lot of stuff to cover, and then we'll hit that back up. Let's see. Blu-ray.com. Let's see. Way of the Gun. I might have Way of the Gun now that you're saying it. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, Way of the Gun. I have. I'm pretty sure I have. It was part of like an imprint box. Yeah, Way of the Gun. Lionsgate has it for $15. I don't know if there's a 4K of it. And I'm like 99% sure that I have it in one of the imprint like noir or After Dark series boxes. Yeah, it doesn't say there's a 4K, but there is a Blu-ray. There's a Blu-ray here. Let's see. So yeah, got the Blu-ray. But yeah, Way of the Gun is pretty solid. I like that film. Let's see real quick. Movie done. I skipped Snowpiercer, but I wanted it. But I've got so much coming in. I have to pick and choose what I get. Yeah. That is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. I was like, a lot of times I'll load up and or the whole month's coming out like this. The like we're gonna dive in. March is a pretty big month, and so there's some stuff that I'm really excited for. Obviously, I'm not excited for everything, but we're gonna talk about it because, as always, I believe that even though not every movie's made for everybody, there's a movie for you. And so whether you might not like it, I might not like it, somebody's gonna like these films. But the majority of the stuff here, I'm actually really excited for. Let's dive in. The very first thing we're gonna talk about is we talked about the John Carpenter sale. The Arrow video sale is still going on. I think it's like the first couple days into February it might end. So like, don't quote me on that. Do your own due diligence, I guess. But yes, this is going on, and I think I gave some recommendations last week, but obviously there's plenty of great stuff from Arrow Video you can pick and choose from, and you can order right from their website, or you can go in the store. If you're not from the United States, I don't know if they do international shipping, but something to check out. And yeah, so obviously the Barnes and Noble 50% off sale. Like I said, offer ends 2/3. So yeah, February 3rd it ends. So it goes for a little bit longer. Obviously, pick up the Cell, Demolition Man. Um, let's see, a few others. Warriors is a great pickup. Simple Plan is an amazing film. This is one, if I didn't have it, this would be 100% on my list. Wild Things is great. RoboCop, Narc. There's so many films you just really can't go wrong with. Desperado, that's a great pickup for the half off sale because it's a steel book and it has like a book inside, but it doesn't have like the big chunky box like some of the other um, Arrow videos do. But yeah, worth getting. 100% worth getting. Then we got this. Then MVD is having a sale. I don't necessarily think that their sale is as big as some of the other ones. So, but it's worth noting they're having a sale. Saving money is saving money. And we have this MVD shop. So one of the things I don't have a ton of MVD films, but they like some of the other boutique labels have partner label brands and stuff that they sell through their shop. And one of them I think is Film Masters because Film Masters sent me something for review and it came from MVD. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so there's a few things here. The My Friend Dahmer is $5.30, so that's a big sale. But some of this other stuff, 17.50, $34. Audition. So obviously, they're a video 50% off sale. Go there, pick it up for 20. Obviously, also, Alice Sweet Alice is another good pickup, but grab that over at the Arrow Video sale for 20. But some of this other stuff that's not Arrow Video. Let's see, is there anything that's not Arrow Video? Yeah, like Brainiac. This one here is 1060. I can't recommend it. I've never seen it, but there's stuff to dive into. So again, another sale worth noting. MVD. They got some great titles, and I would definitely check that out later today. Now on to the news. We have some news, and I'll hit some more chats here. This is something that I don't know how I feel about it. I have said I don't like and it's not for lack of trying. Like I've definitely tried. I've given things a shot, but I think I'm kind of over it now. There's a lot of morbid curiosity for what I'm about to talk about, but it's I have been this mustache. I've been very disappointed by the long gap sequels. Anything that's like a couple years, 30 years, these giant gap sequels, time gap sequels, I have not been thrilled with. And somehow or other, like I get some backlash sometimes, and I don't know if it's from younger fans or people that didn't grow up with the original stuff, but it is that constant, what are you talking about? This stuff's great. And I'm like, I don't like some of the newer stuff, and it just really doesn't work for me. But in the specific sequels, the very first thing we're going to talk about is it's not that one. They combined them. So I have to do them both in one. Okay. So it's combined. So we have, yeah, they're playing some kind of ad. Let me pause the ad. Okay. We have this article here and it's solid. Like everyone's reporting on this right now. And it is the fact that they're doing Gremlins 3 in development at Warner Brothers alongside a reboot of the Goonies. Now, anytime they do a remake or a reboot, I'm 100%, even if I have morbid curiosity, I'm like going begrudgingly, I hate it, I'm not a fan. And this whole modern audience nonsense, the conversation, like adding in a lot of the slang and the modern newspeak, it doesn't make these movies timeless. Like some of these older movies that have just stood the test of time have really just been because they were timeless. Like you look at Goonies, there's no cell phones, there's no, there might be some little bit of slang in there from, from the 80s, but that slang is still being used. Where like a lot of the newer movies, I watched a movie with my kid the other day and it was just filled with like the modern conversations. And I was just like, in 10 years, 20 years, like those slang words are going to be outdated and they're going to be onto something new. So then the movie is dated. And so that's the frustrating thing. And so I feel that's what's going to happen with any kind of reboot of the Goonies. And you're never going to be able to capture that magic again. Even if they knock it out of the park and they do like a really solid job, it's never going to capture that magic. So I would rather them take the influence from Goonies and create a whole nother story, a whole nother adventure, a whole new thing, because that's what they're going to do anyway. They're going to take, even if it's the same kind of pirate adventure, even if they go beat for beat, it's never going to be the same thing. So anytime they remake stuff, I'm not a fan. I would have honestly rather them have made like a crappy sequel than try to remake that. Gremlins 3, I don't know how I feel about it. It's the same kind of thing. Like anytime they've done the 30-year sequels, they've just been real miss for me, especially with in that conversation of all of the new audience they have, and they have the modern speak, and then they have the newer writers that are writing stuff, and how people talk today hasn't necessarily worked. Now, there's been a few that I've watched, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I thought were okay, but there was nothing like the Ghostbusters Afterlife. If you did not connect it to those original films, it's an extremely mediocre movie. It would have been a complete one and done for me. And like I said, if it didn't have that connection to the past, there's a lot of flaws. For all of the good that Afterlife does, there's a lot of flaws, but it's still okay, and I'll watch it, and it's in my collection. But those first two, they haven't been able to touch it with any, like even the last one. Like my feelings on the last one. So like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But morbid curiosity, I'm going to be watching it. Let's see, what do we got? Let's see. Blue Corner says, I would love to get Snowpiercer 4K. Oh, hold on. Snowpiercer 4K, but getting the Steelbook to Denmark undamaged is quite a gamble. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Kiki's Delivery Service is my favorite movie of all time. The Walt Disney Home Entertainment version. Kiki's Delivery Service. That's the anime. That's like the Studio Ghibli stuff. I think my daughter was getting into some of that, so we haven't watched all of it because we watched something, and in the beginning, the people started turning into pigs, and that just really messes with her brain because we eat bacon. So she won't watch, like she stopped watching Willow because of it. Like she won't watch anything of it. So we put off a lot of the anime because of that. Thomas says, after I saw a quick unboxing of Snowpiercer, I caved and pre-ordered immediately. It looks so great. Yes, yes. Thanks to you guys. I've been using CLZ. Oh, it's amazing. It's a life changer. It really is. I've many mistakenly ordered things I have not had. Never again. Oh yeah, yeah. The accidental double dip is horrible. Now, one of my favorite things about the CLZ app is just the fact that it's just easy to switch from, like, you can go through, hit actor, and then it just scrolls through, and like I says, I have 31 Nicolas Cage films. Now, some of those are probably going to be VHS and DVD if I have doubles, but in general, um Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I have 3 copies of. I have the Blu-ray, I have the CED, I have the VHS. So I have 3 copies of that. Other than that, all the rest of the 31, I don't have any doubles of. So it's like it's really solid. I like the way they do business. It's super fast and for me a game changer. Let's see what do we got. Matthew says, I can't wait for Dunes, Dante's Peak, Summer Rental. Oh, Summer Rental is high on my list. High, and Uncle Buck, for the same thing, high on my list from Kino Lorber. Yeah, looking forward to those. Now, and most of the people know if you're new here, Dante's Peak, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it because I think my wife's going to like it. But all those disaster films have always been one and dones for me. So I was like, I'm looking forward to rewatching it, but I don't know if I'm going to love it, just like Twister or any of those other films. But my wife kind of gets into them. Did you see the duplicate scene in the cell? Yeah, I've heard about this. So this disc replacement program um, is more than likely coming. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard, but I heard it wasn't like on everything. Like there was like a one version of it. So it's like I don't know if if I'm remembering it right, but I thought when it was being talked about, there was like a director's cut, theatrical cut, and then like on one of the versions, it had like a loop scene or something. So I was like, you'll still be able to enjoy part of it, I guess, until you get the replacement. I'm getting it anyway. I was like, it was pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to it. It is unfortunate, but yeah, disc replacement is a must. Um, Yeah, I'm right there with you. I strongly against the idea of a remake of Goonies, 100%. But Christopher Columbus is signed on, and I didn't read that whole article, but Chris Columbus is signed on to one of the projects, and so it's possible that it could be a home run. But at the same time, I haven't been into any of that stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, I would agree with you. Give Gremlins 3 to Joe Dante. Yeah, yeah. That would go a long way into me appreciating it. But then you look at like some of the other films that people have complained about, or some of the other things that people complained about. They're like, oh well, so and so is attached, and then the modern audience, the modern everybody involved, kind of geared it in a different direction. So it's one of those things. And then you have like you hear those horror stories where like and I got into the show for a little bit, but the Yellowstone, that show, um when Kevin Costner left, then everybody there is like, oh, it got better because now we can do whatever we want. Well, Kevin Costner was the reason it was good. He was like his putting his foot down and saying this isn't happening or we're not doing this. It was the reason it was good. It was the reason people liked it. And then he's gone, and now I think the show's over now. And it was one of those things. As soon as he left, they were like, oh yeah, now that he's gone, it was the same thing. There was another project. Oh, that last Indiana Jones film. Like, and it was like, love it or hate it. I was like, I'm obviously not a fan, but that was the conversation. Once Steven Spielberg left and wasn't part of the project anymore, then they were putting out articles that all of a sudden now that they were free to do whatever they want, free to tell a story. Well, it's not a beloved film. There's a lot of flaws. And I was like, even if people like it, I was like, I don't. But I have had some friends that like that last Indiana Jones outing, and I was like, God bless them. Just it was not for me. It's gonna suffer like the reboot they did of Ghostbusters. Yeah, 100%. I feel it's gonna be that same kind of thing. Josh, morning. Hey, I see you have the Neverending Story imprint edition in the background. I'm planning on picking it up myself. Yeah, well, that's do it sooner than later. So I was like, not trying to give you the FOMO thing, but I did get an email from them that they are um, going out, like not going out of stock, but like they said it's selling out. And I don't usually get the emails from them on that type of stuff. Once in a while. Let's see. Let me just double check if I still have it. Yeah, they sent me an email like last week, I think. I might have deleted it. Print, television, print. Nope. No, that's just all the other stuff. No, no, no. Okay, yeah. So I was like, I don't have the email anymore, but I did get an email from them saying that it was selling out fast. So I was like, I don't have an, how many they got left. It didn't show up in their selling out fast section in their website where it actually tells you the number they have left. But I did get an email on that one, so I would definitely, I wouldn't wait super long on it. But yeah, it's a solid release. Let's see. Kessler, nice. Good 80s film, 3 o'clock high. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a solid film. I like that one. And the Burbs. Oh, the Burbs is sweet. I love that one as well. That's one that I got the Arrow Video version, and I ended up getting the UK, and I didn't realize it was region locked. So that was one of the few films that I was kind of I bit the bullet and got the region free player because I love that film. And Last Starfighter should be a bigger franchise, sci-fi franchise. Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, I like it. I like to revisit it every now and again. But I think it's one of those things that when it came out, like sci-fi was kind of big, but I think even then, most people still, other than Star Wars and a few of your outliers, sci-fi was still really considered like, for the nerds. And, there was a lot less people willing to admit that they like Star Wars or sci-fi because as I was growing up, and then we used to have the Sci-Fi Channel, and I would watch some of that stuff, and I just remember getting made fun of for watching it, and so it's just like, and then I very quickly started watching Rhonda Shear's Up All Night because it was TNA on TV all the time. It was never it was on TV, so they never showed anything, but it was all tongue in cheek humor. Running Scared with Billy Crystal is hilarious. That is a great film. Let's see. Hope the cell looks amazing on 4. I hear it does. I hear it does. I hear there's that problem with that loop, but obviously disc replacement. Rock of Ages is absolute fun. I don't have that one. I don't have that one, but yeah, that's a nice one to get. Yeah, the cell has a spot in it where I guess it loops the same scene like right after it. So I was like, but like I said, I thought it was on one part of it, not the other. So we got that. We talked about the news. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Gremlins Goonies news there. And here's some other great news. So, Shout Factory acquired the entire Golden Princess library. And so, the very first thing that they're talking about here is Hard Boiled. And that's a beloved film. I believe that it used to have a Criterion DVD and it no longer does. But obviously, I don't think Criterion's putting out a Blu-ray anytime soon if Shout has it. But this is one that I think the one that I know off the top of my head. So I was like, I don't know what else they have, but apparently they're getting the entire library, and so they're going to be putting out a lot of these Asian cinema films. I'm looking forward to it. And Hard Boiled, I don't know if it's going to be a day one, but it is going to be something I want to add to my collection. Let's see, I don't know where I went. All right, so Shutter hammered out a deal with Arrow Video. Oh, did I freeze? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I understand. I'm back now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, like my screen was blank and I was gone. I was gone. But so I was saying is Shutter and Arrow Video hammered out a deal. So we have the Arrow Video signs a deal to release Shutter titles. So I don't know exactly what the deal consists of. It says according to Variety, which broke the news. The deal includes 8 titles, which will be presented in limited editions. The titles are, I'll share this with you. Let's see. Share this. Let's see. All right. We got Night Watch. Oh, am I sharing this? No, I'm not. All right, so these are the titles it looks like. So we got Night Watch, The Sadness, and that's the one that has a link to it. Dead Storm, Speak No Evil. Um, Honestly, I'm not the biggest horror hound. I like some horror films and stuff, so I was like, I'm interested, but I haven't seen any of these. But this is the only one that has a link, and so I was like, I'll check this one out. The Sadness on 4K, and yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'll check some of that stuff out. But yeah, that's definitely worth noting. Worth noting here. Weekend at Bernie's is a solid film. Weekend at Bernie's is a good one. That one does have a Blu-ray, but the sequel never did. The sequel stuck on DVD. Let's see. You said Hard Boiled and went to the blue screen. Yes, so yeah, Hard Boiled's coming out. That's one that I'm looking forward to, and then um, obviously then rolling into the Arrow video stuff. But yeah, that's something. I don't know if you guys are like super familiar with all the that whole entire library, but Hard Boiled was the only one that I know of off the top of my head. Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer is a thrilling, fun flick. Yeah, that's one I've been meaning to add. I haven't gotten that one, so I was like, I'll probably add that one in Hitcher this year. That Shutter Arrow deal had me feeling like a child on Christmas Day. Yeah, I figured you would. I was like, you are definitely a bigger horror hound than I am, and so I was like, yeah, that's probably right up your alley. Blue Corner says, I like the new Arrow. I like the Arrow news because the 3 Danish movies, but it's nowhere near as important as the Shout news. Yeah. I feel the same. So I was like, those are 8 films. I was like, I'm not familiar with them. I'm willing to check them out. But the Shout news, getting the Princess Library, I'm excited. The Wraith from 1986 is a mix of man. Oh yeah. So I was like, I would. I like the Wraith. I think it's great, and I have it. A Vestron Video put it out a while ago, so I have that. But I don't know if I'm a Mad Max guy. So I was like, I've tried over the years. Everyone really gets into the new ones. So I saw Fury Road, and it was one of the ones I saw in deployment, and then I never owned it. I did not see Furiosa yet, and like going back to that original like Mad Max like movie, like I don't know if I like it. So I was like, I'm gonna revisit them. And Beyond Thunderdome, I remember seeing bits and pieces of it when it was on TV when I was a kid, and like that's it. I've never sat down to watch that entire movie. So I just think somehow or other, the Mad Max series has just never really been in my wheelhouse. I've never been a super fan of it. And like the first one, I've watched it at least 3 times. I own it. I've watched it at least 3 times. Definitely once or twice when I was a kid, and then once I picked it up at Big Lots for like $5, like last year or the year before, and I watched it once. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying, but I don't think I'm a Mad Max guy. But I did like the Wraith. Shutter put out The Sadness through Vinegar Syndrome, and it sold out really fast. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the one I'm interested in. That's the one I'll probably pick up um, sooner than later. Like probably it might be a day one. I gotta check it out, but yeah, that's one I'm interested in. If you said the other one sold out, I'll probably grab it. Yeah, sold out really fast. Mad Max 2 is the one to watch of the original trilogy. Okay, I'll check it out. Check it out. Yeah, I'm just telling. I don't know if I'm a Mad Max guy. We got that stuff. So then we got some news. So Clint Eastwood apparently let it out that we are getting the Outlaw Josie Wales on 4K, and there was one other one. What else did he do? And Pale Rider. So we're getting both of those, and I go back to these. I love the original movie posters. So even with like the Big Ugly Banner, I think it says the Big Ugly Banner. They're showing it off, but I hate that. But these original movie posters, like the painted, I like it. I like it because I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that this one here, on the Blu-ray version of it, and obviously there's no release date yet. He just announced it, but let's see. I think on the Blu-ray version of this one, it had like the modern art. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that was ever part of the movie poster or whatever, but I don't know. I like the other one. I like the other one a lot better. And so that's why I was like, I don't have it in the collection. I don't know if I skipped it because of that poster art. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I skipped it, but I don't have it in the collection. I will be getting the 4K. I think it's going to be a day one purchase for me when it comes out, and then Pale Rider as well. So that's another one. I was like, I'm not, not the biggest Western guy, but I like the Clint Eastwood classics. I don't think you can go wrong there. Let's see. Oh, so we got that. So yeah, Pale Rider was also a part of that, and then here we go. I think I meant to talk about this last week, but I think I forgot. So if I did forget, let's talk about it today because it is something that I'm really looking forward to. And somebody was saying that these were all sold out at Amazon, but they're still available through through Shout Factory. They're still available. So we're talking about Night of the Creeps. The 4K, I don't have it in the collection, so this is going to be a day one purchase for me. I want to get it. I can't remember if I've actually seen it or not. Like I kind of feel that I have. Like it was just I feel like I watched it late night on TV once, and so it's something I want to revisit. But I have a very vague memory of this one, so it's something I need to get. So yeah, that one was for last week, but I don't think I mentioned it. So that's one I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if, how you guys are, but if it's already selling out, I think it's probably one of the more popular ones. Let's see. Those Clint Eastwood titles are day ones for me. Oh, for sure, for sure. And I love the poster art on them. I'm sold like that. I was gonna get them anyway, but like that sold me extra. Like it was like the cherry on top. I'm still waiting on Heartbreak Ridge, and Where the Eagles Dare 4K versions. Oh yeah, yeah. So I have Where the Eagles Dare. So somebody had sent it to me. A friend of mine sent it to me, and it was I don't know if it's a Canadian one. It was a foreign import from somewhere, but I was like, I kind of think it was Canada. And so he sent it to me, and then like right after he sent it to me, I found like the regular standard Blu-ray from or not the Blu-ray, the VHS at the thrift store. And so the VHS has the original poster art with the band symbol and the offensive artwork, and so it has that original stuff. And I was like, that always bothered me where people decided that was offensive. And the thing is, because when you see it, you know what you're getting into. You're getting into a World War II movie. Obviously, the Germans were the bad guys in that era of time, and so like it's not glorifying it. And so like this idea that everything has to be offensive and everything, no, some stuff is there for impact. So like if, and the same thing when they try to censor things in older movies now, and they make people change what they said, you're changing the whole entire character. That you can't tell me the whole world is bad and then censor everything and then take all the bad guys out of film and stuff. It's just something that's wild. And so the same thing with the censorship. So the art that was on the Blu-ray that he sent me is very boring. I think it just kind of it would not sell me on the film at all, like ever. He sent it to me, and I was like, it was an enjoyable film. I like the movie, I like the Blu-ray, but then getting that old VHS with the original that sells you on the film. You know what you're getting into. This mustache, yeah. I'm hoping we get Hang 'em High. Oh yeah, that'd be great. I'm thinking you're gonna get them all. Yeah, I would be shocked if you don't. Uh, Greg, nice. Yes, Mad Max 2, which is called The Road Warrior, is fantastic. So much better than the first film. Please give it a try. Okay, I'll check because I know I have some of them. I just haven't watched them. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? CLZ. I might have The Road Warrior. because I feel that they were both there for the $5 deal. No, maybe I don't. Oh yeah, no, I do. It's in here in CLZ as Mad Max 2. That's what it's labeled as, but then the picture is the Road Warrior. So I do have it. So I'll watch it. I was like probably this weekend I'll knock it out. I'll dig it out. But as like I said, my daughter's been into the rom com stuff lately, so we're gonna knock some of that stuff out too. Oh, and this, I'm gonna knock this out. So this I haven't ever seen. I had it for a while. I picked this up at the thrift store. So it's an old VHS, but The Man Who Knew Too Little, old Bill Murray film that I've never seen. Um, I've never heard about it. I don't think anyone's ever recommended this to me. So I can't say that it's probably one of his best, but I'm looking forward to it. And so I'll be knocking that out today too. So I'll add Mad Max 2 on there. Let's see. Oh, we did. Oh, we did talk about. Okay, all right. I couldn't remember because I was like, the reason I couldn't remember is because when I went back, I hadn't pre-ordered it, and so I just thought maybe I didn't talk about it. Morning, everyone. Morning. Morning. Let's see. GC. Let's see. Yeah. What's up, GC? Yeah. What's up? Let's see. We got that on it. And The Man Who Knew Too Little is fun. Yeah, yeah. It's just Bill Murray. Something. It looks goofy, fun. I'm in. I was sold. I picked up, and for 50 cents, you couldn't go wrong. I don't think. Got that. Nice. All right, so we got that. Let's dive back into what we're here to talk about. We have the March title, so that was for March, but then we have this one here. So I'm going to try to get all of these, but they're Shaw Scope films. So the Shaw Brothers films here, and they're from Imprint. So I'm a big fan of Imprint. But the very first one here, this is the only one that I saw the trailer for. So there's three titles being released in March, and this is the one that I freaking love the trailer, and I had to get it. And so then I did watch the other two trailers, and I think they're decent, but this one here, it looks fun. Like where the other ones are a little bit more serious. I mean, yeah, big rubber monster suits for this like snake movie, but this other one here in the Asian cinema line, it's Imprint Asia, and it's The Monkey Goes West. And so this is something that after watching the trailer, this is a day one purchase. I got to get it. I don't have any of these Shaw Brothers films in my collection. I think it's a Shaw Brothers film. Yeah, Shaw Scope or Shaw Cinema. Yeah, this is something that 100% I got to get. Yeah, Shaw Scope. But I love the artwork on it. And after the trailer, this was a day one. I was like the pig face guy, the monkey guy. Oh, you had me at Asian cinema. We got that. And then this one here, Vengeance of a Snow Girl. This is another one that after watching the trailer, it seems more serious, but again, it looks fun. I'm definitely going to get it. Love the artwork. And so these three films, they're high on my radar, but if I was just going to get one, it's going to be The Monkey Goes West. So huge fan of this stuff. And so this all comes out in March, limited to 1,500 copies. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of everything Imprint does. And then this one too. This is something that I could not find much. So there's no trailer online for this one that I could find. But somebody had clipped out apparently the end, and there's these giant like monster snakes that are fighting the people, and it's just like the goofy, like old school monster movie type thing. And so I was like, obviously, there's like something where people are turning. I don't know. I don't understand. I didn't even read the premise of the movie, but I'm in. I'm in. After seeing the giant snake, they're not even costumes because they're giant snakes. The giant snakes coming after the people, and how cheesy it looked. I got to get this one too. So yeah, those are high on my list. Really looking forward to those. And as far as like their Imprint cinema line, the Imprint Asia cinema line, the only thing I have is Hero, which is my all-time favorite. So yeah, that's something I'm really, really looking forward to. Um, let's see, what do we got? Rich, I love The Man Who Knew Too Little. It's a great movie. Oh, I'm looking forward to it then. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. The Monkey Goes West is their version of the Journey to the West story. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was like, I'm in. I'm sold. That whole imprint, Asia. I'm gonna try to get all three of those this time around. We got that. Um, this one here. There's a foreign film that I've never heard of before, but I am a sucker for the artwork. So just because, and I was like, that's why I stay away from Vinegar Syndrome most of the time. But the artwork on here, it was different. It was unique. It was I don't have anything in my collection that really looks like this. So it's a foreign film. I don't have a huge selection of foreign films. I was like, most of the foreign films I do have are like that softcore erotica stuff that's like frowned upon here in America. So I was like, I have some of that stuff, and I have some kung fu films. I have some of that, but I don't have a lot of like serious dramas or anything like that. So this is something that I'm interested in, but I don't know anything about it. I like the cover art, and it's something I had never heard of before. I should share this. So this one here, The Bloody Lady, and so foreign film. Uh, see, release of The Bloody Lady from 1981. Does it say what it's about? No, doesn't say what it's about. Screenshots, packaging. Yeah, I can't click on any of that stuff. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So I don't know what it's about. It says foreign drama, animation, history. It's got all those boxes checked. It's $40 though. I don't think I'm in at $40, but it's something I'm interested in. I've actually really enjoyed some of those animated dramas. And like I said, my kid was getting into anime, so we started checking some of that stuff out. But since then, we had checked out some other things from the '70s, and not overall bad. So yeah, it's on my radar. I don't know if it's going to be a day one, but it comes out in March. And what do we got? What do we got? There's that Impernasia, and then here's another one that I'm super stoked for. Now, this is something that in the community, as the imprint, the Never Ending Story there came out, and it had that lenticular cover. A lot of people were asking or hoping that they would release a few more lenticulars, and so their Via Vision line looks like these. And there is, from what I was reading, it looks. I got to read the email again, but it looks like they're going to be doing more of these lenticular lines. So there's 6 of these movies coming out, and these movies are not new; they have been around. Not just through Via Vision and imprint. Like they put some of these films out before, and there's been collected versions where there's a box set with some of these included. But then all the companies across the world have somebody has put out a version of these movies. So none of these are new, but they would be new to me. So I'm excited. And then I like the lenticular. So I'm not getting all of them, but there are quite a few that I'm interested in. So, and there's 6 new titles for March for Via Vision's line. I don't own anything in the collection that's from Via Vision specifically. I just have their imprint stuff. But this would be my first. So this is also coming out in March, and we have As Above, So Below. So that one there would have sold me, and these are just Blu-rays. Nothing here is 4K. But there is some new features with stuff. So there's some new commentary tracks. There's some new. Not every single one of these 6 has new stuff, but several of them do. So this first one here, As Above, So Below. I like the artwork on it, but I'm not a found footage guy, and you guys know that. So this one, they played it when I was in the Navy. They played it on the ships, and I remember either getting up and being bored, or getting distracted, or having to go on watch, or I went to bed. I don't remember, but either way, I remember starting it and then never finishing it. And then when it was over, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it was pretty good," and then I never saw it. So there's that. But I love the artwork, and the fact that it's lenticular, like, almost got me to maybe give it a whirl. But I watched the trailer again. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. And I'm not opposed to spooky stuff, scary stuff. I have never watched a found footage film that I liked. Now, some of them have been mediocre, okay, but like at the end of the day, when they're over, I'm always like, even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I like that whole franchise. Even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one that's the found footage film, that's like my only one that I'm kind of like okay with. Kind of like it because I don't think the whole thing's found footage. Kind of, it's like one of those. I like it. So yeah, As Above, So Below. But I mean, I know a lot of people. Every time I mentioned it, when I posted about this earlier, like people in the comments were, this is the one that they were excited for. So As Above, So Below. This is the artwork on it. So I like it. I think the artwork is pretty top notch, and it goes, everything that I say with like the modern films, like this one here. You got the actors on the cover, and that one's one of the better ones because they're doing something. But on average, it's just actors on the cover just sitting around, doing nothing. Like that doesn't sell me on the film. This does. So this is artwork, and that's like the only reason I'm kind of tempted. But I'm not going to get it just because the found footage thing. So enough of that. But these other ones I am highly interested in. The only one I actually own in my collection here is Ultraviolet, and I have the first Dracula. But going down the list, this one here, Nocebo. So if you don't know what nocebo is, it's the opposite of a placebo. So a placebo is you give somebody a sugar pill and they're sick, and then they get better because their brain, thinks that they're taking the right medicine. So their body just magically gets better. That's what a placebo is. But a nocebo is the other effect. So you get them the same sugar pill, and then they think it's going to make them worse. They think they're never going to get better, and then they actually get sicker, or they get sick to begin with. So that's what a nocebo is. So that's what this movie's kind of about. I watched the trailer. I'm not into it. It's not a me movie. It might be good, but even if it was, like, it would be a one and done. So I was like, I didn't want to get that one. It looks solid though. I just don't think it's a me movie. But then, so that's being released, and again, all these have the lenticular cover, and some of them have new features. So I have to pull that up too to tell you what's new. Escape Room. I liked this one. They put out the two movies here. Let's see, you can't click that. So they put out the two movies, the first one and the second one. I like the first one. I don't think I like the second one, but I don't have it in the collection, so I'm going to grab this one as well. And yeah, I thought it was overall. I thought it was pretty fun. So solid. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that one, but this one, is 100% like on my radar. This was a day one. I don't have it in the collection. I can't tell you the last time I saw it, but we're talking about Jason and the Argonauts. So one, the fact that the Blu-ray itself has the original artwork. You have the different artwork that we've seen before on the posters for the slip box case. You're getting some new stuff here. I was like, I don't necessarily need all the art cards for this type of movie, but it's a Saturday afternoon film that I grew up watching, and I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So yeah, having this in the collection, this is a day one purchase. I got to get Jason and the Argonauts, and I'm stoked to have it. So again, these movies aren't new. They've been around for a while, but I just didn't have any of these. And yeah, that one's coming out. So I'm stoked about that one. Now this one I do have. I just picked it up last year. I picked it up in 2024 on Blu-ray, but I picked it up real cheap. So I was like, I don't remember if I was going to get this one or not, because I put my order in already. So I was like, I'm not sure. So this one might show up or might not show up. I don't know. But yeah, having this, you're getting a lot of the extra stuff there. I don't think this one came with any of the new features, new commentary tracks, but having the nice little lenticular slipcover. It's kind of unfortunate that there was no other artwork to give us the artwork on the Blu-ray, and then different artwork on the slip box. But either way, I'll take it. Because it's one of the ones I liked. Oh, I closed out of the wrong thing. Let's go back to that. Viavision. Let's see. So we got that. Go back to the Viavision thing. Okay, so we got that, and then as we're going in, so we got Jason the Argonauts, Nocebo, Ultraviolet, and the Dracula. So this one, I only have the first Dracula in my collection. This is 4 films in one Blu-ray case. So there's 4 films here, and you're getting all the good Draculas. So you're getting, I wrote them down. Let's see. Getting Dracula, Son of Dracula, House of Dracula, and what's the other one? I can't read it. I have to pull it up. You're getting 4 films there. I don't have the other ones, and so that one there, 100%, I'm excited for, and I was going to add to the collection. I'm not going to get rid of my steelbook. I have the original 30s Dracula in the Alex Ross steelbook with one of those limited edition ones that I got way back when. So I'm not going to get rid of it, but I would love to add this just to get those other films. So yeah, Super stoked about that. So those were the Vision March releases, and out of those six, I want to get four and maybe three because I don't know if I'm getting that ultraviolet. I just don't remember. Let's see. What was that? So, Chris, what are your most anticipated titles for March? Well, so far it's definitely those. So, like as we're talking about the Imprint Asia line, all three of those, 100% Monkey Goes West is like my most anticipated, and yeah, Night of the Creeps, another one. I don't remember. Was The Brood coming out in March? Because that one's another one I have anticipated that's coming up, and the all the stuff that I just talked about in the BioVision that's coming out in March. Like the four that I'm excited for. I don't necessarily need ultraviolet, but those other three I'm stoked about. Like I said, they're not new, but I'm still stoked. And Frank's fashion will be like, yes, Frank always is. Yes, it's okay, brother. As long as you're here, it's all right. Was actually on the phone with Best Buy, and I'm getting the LG C4 delivered on Wednesday. Nice, nice, nice. I'm sticking with my Sony, guys. I'm sticking with my Sony, but I know a lot of people are loving those LGs. So you'll enjoy those. Damn, this mustache. I'm telling you, next time I'm gonna have wax in it next Saturday. Let's see. Scream Factory's cover for the release of A's As Above, So Below is far superior. Oh, is it? That's it. Yeah, I was like, I'm not super into the film. That's the issue. I was like, maybe I'd check it out, but I'm just not super into that film. But yeah, I was like, I like the artwork. I like the artwork. So you don't even have Three Ninjas collection from them. Shame, shame. I got the. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What? Pull this up. Three. Let's see. Something that came out in '93. Or are you talking about like the American Three Ninjas stuff? Because there's this Three Ninjas from '93, this action comedy fantasy that looks pretty solid. Oh, there's like a naked lady silhouette on the cover. Maybe, maybe I'll check that out. I don't even know if we're talking about the same thing right now, but that looked interesting. Let's see. We got that. Then we got this one here. Now, this is something that I was gonna I was gonna watch it, but then my daughter wasn't into it. She's a huge Spider-Man person, but there's no Spider-Man in the movie, and there's a lot of negative reviews about this. And so I was like, I don't know. I'm not huge into a lot of these big giant Marvel or superhero or DC, any of these movies. I like some of them. Obviously, I grew up with Superman. I grew up with the 80s Batman. Like I'm into those. I like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and these popcorn flick type movies. They're good, but I just think we've been getting way too many of them, and so they're just like they're all watered down. Like there's no fun anymore. I don't feel like back in the day, like, and I don't want a new Superman movie every couple of years like we're getting. Like, I do want something new. But back in the day, like, we got a Superman and then we got a Batman. And then there was like a long time before we got anything. And then there was like a really long time before we got Spider-Man in the early 2000s. And so, like, those movies felt like event movies. Like, they felt like, I got to go see it. And now that they're just cranking them out, they've watered down the entire thing. And so I was like, I'm kind of out on these, but this one here I was semi interested in just because I was like, I did actually like the idea that there's no Spider-Man in these movies. So, I'm talking about Craven the Hunter. So I was like, from what I hear, I don't hear good things from it. But at the same time, like, I'm not super into the comic book lore. And I was like, I'm familiar with some of it. I'm familiar with it enough. But I stopped reading comic books. Like, I was like, I've read some as an adult, and I have some small comic book collection now. But when I was a kid, like I stopped reading comic books when I was in third grade because the comic book shop where I was like closed up. So it's one of those things like I'm familiar with it enough. But this is something that, you know, I could see it being more for like normies or me not having all that like connection to the film and knowing all the characters and stuff. Maybe I might enjoy this one, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm not gonna get the steelbook if it does come out, or if I like the film, I would definitely get the standard version of it. But this is the steelbook that I pulled up here. So that's coming out in March. And I know a lot of people are into these steelbooks, but this one here, let's see, was there another version? Let's see. So this one here, just a regular standard version. So obviously, I think that the slip car or the steelbook version was a lot better. This is extremely boring. I hate artwork like this. Nothing about this sells me on the movie. You're selling me on a man wearing a, lion's mane. I don't know. I nothing about that cover is appealing, but that would be the version I'd get because I wouldn't want to get the steelbook. Let's see. You don't know the Three Ninjas movie? Home Alone. Oh, I thought you were talking about like an actual other one from like the Shaw Brothers. No, yes, three. Now there's a couple of those films, and my daughter just picked up one of them. I don't have it up here. One of them on DVD. One of the sequels, but the original, the very first, like Three Ninjas, we have the VHS tape. Like it's in my daughter's room right now. So that's a good film. Fun. I was like, I don't know if it ever had like a DVD or it didn't. I don't think it ever had a Blu-ray, but we have that VHS, and she just picked up one of the sequels. But there was like a lot of those movies, and I only, even growing up, I think I only saw the one, and then I think I remember like the trailers for a sequel, but I don't think I ever saw it. Let's see, but there was a thing. Let's see, Three Ninjas, three. Because like I thought you were talking about like more Asian cinema, and I was just missing out. So yeah, so she picked up Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. And so there's Three Ninjas that came out in 92, Three Ninjas Kick Back. That's the one I think I vaguely remember. Then there's Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain, and then there's like maybe a spin-off or something called Little Ninjas. No, it's something else. So there's four, it looks like four Three Ninja films, and I only 100% have seen the first one. So yeah, let's see. Only thing I remember from Three Ninjas was Tum Tum. Yeah, I was like, and then what? Then one of them have their like Sega, um, what was it? Sega, not the Genesis, the portable, the Sega, the Game Gear. They had the Game Gear. Didn't one of them have the Game Gear and was able to like do some martial arts through the Game Gear or something? I remember there's something about being a Game Gear because I wanted one. Let's see. At least somebody knows what's up. Yes. Yeah, I remember. I remember. Very vaguely though, and like I said, we do have the first one. Three Ninjas and Three Ninjas Kickback are the best. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that, but like I said she just picked up Knuckle Up on DVD. Craven is too long with how little the actual action going in my mind. Yes, see, that is something that has been very frustrating with all these new modern movies. And it's on top of like trying to like stretch them out so people feel like they're getting their money's worth, and these movies are becoming longer and longer. But then they're throwing so many characters in, and everybody has to have so much screen time. Like sometimes you don't. Like sometimes you just kind of have to know what's going on, or you can pick it really quickly. You can figure it out really fast. But having to introduce all these characters and drag it on, and then you just have very little action, usually in the third act, and then maybe like some not real action, but like a little bit of a scuffle and throughout the film, and like it's complete boring, and it just makes me feel like everything is being done by AI, and everything's being done by committee, and everything's being done by checking the boxes. There's no story anymore. There's no art anymore. And that's why like for me 100% I go back to these older films. I have more enjoyment out of it. This right here, and it's like I don't know if I mentioned this one. So Thrill of It All, this old Doris Day film, I would watch this before I'd watch any modern film in the theater. Like this is something that I was like, if this was in the theater, I'd go see this in the theater. The modern films, they're very hit or miss for me. I'm more and more disappointed. And the last theater experience we just had, I went to Christmas Vacation. I took my kid to see Christmas Vacation in the movie theater, and that was the last time we saw anything in the theater. Uh, there's more to me than than Hong Kong stuff. I didn't think there was. Blue Corner. I was like, you were my Hong Kong guy. Let's see. Uh, if you take the comic book bookness out of Craven, it's just not a well written movie. It's definitely a one and done for me. Yeah, yeah. I was totally getting that vibe, and so I was like, I wasn't like super into it, but it's something I want to kind of check out. My daughter does like those big action films. She loves Spider Man, so just the fact that it's like the Spider Man world, you know, it's tempting. But then as we watched the trailer, she wasn't into it, so I was like, I don't know where I'm at with that one. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Dude, that Surf Ninjas with the Game Gear. I knew it was one of those types of movies. I just kinda it popped into my brain. Yeah, yeah, Surf Ninjas. It's something I haven't seen in a long time either. You're losing the '90s credibility. Wow, it's like, I'm '80s made, brother. Dang, did I join? Did I just miss the Three Ninjas and Surf Ninjas discussion? Yeah, kinda. Nice. Let's see. Den of Thieves 2 was an epic in Dolby Cinema. Seeing the Brutalist tomorrow morning in IMAX. Nice. Now, see, that's another thing. I was like, my wife's on deployment. I got the 8-year-old. There's certain movies that I would like to see, like the Den of Thieves 2 looks phenomenal. I like the first one, but I'm kind of didn't think we'd ever get a like I didn't feel like we were getting a sequel to that movie or it was popular enough. So I like the first one a lot. And I would love to see that one in theaters, but yeah, I'm not taking her to see it. It's one of those things. But yeah, definitely would like to check that out. And Brutalist, what was that one? Did I see that one? Don't remember. Oh, with Adrian Brody. Yeah, I don't think I'm not taking my kid to see this one either. But no, I haven't seen the trailer for this one. I'll have to check that one out. I'll check that one out. Let's see, what is this one? This is Monumental. Visionary architect and his wife flee post-war war Europe in 1947 to build their legacy and witness the birth of modern United States. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm into those types of films. I'll check that one out 100%. But that one's gonna have to wait till it comes out on physical media. So, oh, and speaking of that, now this is a movie. I know some of you guys liked it because when it came up before, there was definitely people that were like, I like that film. I did not like the film, but I said if it comes out on physical media, we'll buy it. My daughter loves this film, and so this is getting a physical media release, and I'm glad it is because I didn't expect it to, but at the same time, I think they're just trying to recoup their money. Like it made a bunch of money in the theater, but it wasn't supposed to go to theater, and so this is one that's coming to physical media, and I think it's just to recoup their everything they spent on it. And we're talking about Red One is getting a 4K release, and it comes out. Let's see, when did it come out? In March. So this is another March release, March 4th, and it's getting a 4K. Obviously, I hate the big ugly banner, but I'm also not the biggest fan of this movie. But this is something that my daughter absolutely loved. She thought it was great. And so I was like, I don't know if it's going to be one, that she's going to always think is great because just this week she filled up an entire bag of her VCR tapes that she didn't want to have anymore. So we're going to be donating those back to the Goodwill. And a lot of them were some Disney ones. Like it was something that, um, even after like I had all my kids, we had all those Disney films. And when some of them got older before she was born, like I kept the Blu-rays and I kept those older Disney movies just because like we just had them. There was no reason to get rid of them. They were enjoyable. You might want to revisit it. But yeah, she's 8 and she's, got her own movie taste. She just on her own, and I was like, we have the film. I love the film. We watch it every year on Blu-ray. But she took her own money. She traded in her own books and own movies to the used bookstore, and she left with 3 movies, both Grumpier Old Men on the Grumpy Old Men and Grumpy Old Men on DVD, and then the Three Ninjas Knuckle Up. So she traded in. So that's what she did, and she's 8. I was like, not that I think that the Grumpy Old Men movies are inappropriate, and I know at 8 I was watching movies like that, but out of all my kids, like she is the movie kid, and I was like, what 8-year-old purposely buys Grumpy Old Men and then goes and finds the sequel in the same day? Like I don't know any of them that would have, and like having access to all of the action movies, and there's like a whole kid section, and there's plenty of stuff that would probably appeal to her, but those were the first things she picked up. So this is something that I think if we get it, it's one of those things that I think, and so it's not going to be a day one. I would definitely pick it up on sale because I don't love it, but I think it's one of those things that maybe in a couple years she's not going to be a fan of it. But you never know. It might be one of those. I mean, I have movies from my childhood that I know if I watched them today for the first time, I wouldn't love them, but I only love them because I watched them as it was part of my childhood. So I have that. So maybe she will too. Uh, let's see. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Quietly Games. Morning, brother. See, hello, 80s. Just picked up the Demolition Man and American Gigolo 4K from Barnes& and Noble Arrow Sale. Yeah, those are some solid ones. I still got to get American Gigolo, but Demolition Man, I absolutely love that 4K transfer. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, super awesome. You grab that. Brutalist is, let's see. Brutalist is 3 hours and 35 minutes, has 25-minute intermission. See, that's the thing is like, the argument is like, and I mentioned it earlier, like there's so many movies now that are just getting longer and longer and longer, and then it's like, why? And a lot of people don't like that stuff. But then I go back to when I was a kid, I watched Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It was like a 3 hour long movie that I loved. I loved all growing up. My daughter loves that movie. She actually, it's one of the few movies that she will not part with, and it has a pretty long intermission. And so it's like the 3 hour long movies was not a new thing, but it just seems like all of these movies now, some of them don't need to be that long, and they're just kind of dragging it out to make it feel like you get your money's worth. I don't know. But three hours, 3 hours and 25 minutes, you know, I don't I don't know if I could see that in the theater. Even if my wife was home and I could just go by myself and like, yeah, I don't know if I could see it in theater. That's definitely would have to be a an at home movie. But I mean, that's the type of movie that I think would probably deserve it. It's like one of those things. But like a 3 hour long like Marvel movie, get out of here. I can't do those. Uh, Timothy, uh, what kind of audio setup do you have? Well, I have a Marantz AVR 7013 stereo receiver, and I have the Bowers and Wilkins speakers downstairs. So I have the whole Atmos set up. I've got the four height speakers, two up front on the wall, and then two above my head on the ceiling. Darren G, Red One on 4K, and yet we don't have a 4K of There Will Be Blood. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's frustrating because there's so many great movies, and I mean, obviously, every movie, there's a movie for everybody, right? And so, but there's so many great movies that are stuck on VHS. Like, and I know not every movie that's stuck on VHS needs to be upgraded, or people are going to want to see them, like just because I do. But there's some great movies that are stuck on older formats. Like, there's a wonderful one. Then I was like, again, this might be like, it's not for everybody movie, but there's an old George Burns movie with Brooke Shields. It's called, oh, I forget what the hell it's called, but it's definitely on my Amazon wish list. But like, it was only on DVD, and it's a fun film. Let's see, what the heck's the name of that? Now it's stuck in me now. Oh, Just You and Me, Kid. I think that's the name of the movie. Yeah, Just You and Me, Kid with came out in 1979 with George Burns and Brooke Shields. So it's a movie I grew up with. It was on Saturday afternoons all the time, but it's only on DVD. I don't want to get the DVD because it's like $20 for a DVD in 2025, and I would want to watch it downstairs on the 4K TV. Now, to get the best picture out of the DVD, I really want to watch it up here with the CRT or the regular HD TV that I have up here. But I end up watching it downstairs, and it's not going to look as good. So I was like, do I spend the $20 on the DVD, or do I wait for a Blu-ray or 4K, which may never come? But then we're going to get something like Red One, and like, you're right, There Will Be Blood is not on 4K. And then I'm rewatching a lot of these because I said my daughter got into these rom coms. Like, we just watched Into the Blue. Or is that the one? The one with Jessica Alba and Paul Walker, that one and James Caan's kid. They find the treasure, but then they also find drugs, and they find the drug dealer playing under the water. That movie, absolutely love it. And watching it on the 4K TV downstairs, it could easily use a 4K movie. Like it could use a 4K restoration. It's good. It looks great up here, but it's watchable downstairs. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, a 4K would be great. But yeah, we're getting Red One. I'm like, it's a streaming movie. It's not. I mean, I know it was in theaters, but it's a streaming movie. Dang, didn't even hear Red One was being released. That thing got all the hate for some reason. Yeah, I know. I think you're the guy who liked the movie. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I don't love it. And if my daughter didn't love it, I would not be picking it up. Let's see. Let's see. There Will Be Blood is coming to 4K this year from what I've read. Oh, nice, nice. So we got that. Let's see. There we go. Uh, Rich, morning. Grumpy Old Men is my favorite movie of all time. Has been for decades. Oh, it's great. It's great. It definitely makes my top 100 easily. Easily. Love that film. And it's just I'm kind of glad. It's like a proud moment for a movie dad. For I've got 5 kids, and out of my 5 kids, my youngest is the movie one, and she walked out with her own money and bought Grumpy Old Men. Just it was a proud dad moment. 80s Sony OLED was my pick as well for their color accuracy. Right, I was 100% on that one. Accuracy and image processing, which is more important to me. Oh, 100%, 100%. So it was like, yeah, I was like comparing them side by side. It was a thing. Like we did it. It wasn't something that I took lightly. I didn't just go on a whim and just pick one. I long story short, my very first 4K TV, it was a Samsung. It was one of the curved ones. I was sitting there. I hated it. I always hated that one because it was LCD and our TV before was a plasma. So it was like the plasma had better colors and it had deeper blacks and it just overall it was just better picture, I thought. And so I just hated the TV all around. And my wife was on deployment and it lit on fire. And so then I threw it away and then I put my plasma downstairs and we kept the plasma downstairs and it was only 1080p. So I was able to watch 4K movies on it, but it wasn't displaying a 4K resolution. It was obviously down converting, but even the 4K movies looked amazing on it compared to even some of those Blu-rays. But then that's why I spent an entire year where I wasn't reviewing any 4K movies. I wasn't reviewing anything really because I couldn't. I was running a 1080p TV, so I did it for a whole year, and then I did all the research, and then I went to the store probably a dozen times over a couple months, and then I was narrowing it down to the Sony, and I didn't say anything. And I brought my daughter, who is the movie person, and she's a kid, and she just kids say whatever they want. And we walked in, and they had them mounted where you can still see a bunch of them on the wall, and that's the one she was pointing at. It's the one I wanted to get. It was the one I was debating, and it was the Samsung QLD, it was the LG, it was like so there was the top 3 contenders. But I really wanted the Sony, and she pointed at that one. She asked if that was the one we could buy because from the door, that's the one that was stood out to her. So I was like, "Yep, that's sold, sold." So, but I did a ton of research on it. Let's see. Why so Blue Tube says the last time I saw a film at with all the trimmings like that was the Hateful Eight Roadshow version with the overture intermission, and it was like 10 years ago. That'd be a cool experience though. I like that film. I really do. I was like that one. I've said before. I had it on Blu-ray, and then there was like some. It played, and then like the next time I went to play it, like a couple years later, it just didn't work. There's like a manufacturer defect in it, so I haven't replaced that film because I'm waiting for a 4K. I was like, I don't know if one's coming, but I think that was part of that whole Miramax thing, if I remember correctly. And so it's like I think it was stuck in that. Is why we haven't got a 4K yet. I really want to rewatch I really want a rewatch of Red Scorpion 2, and that's stuck on VHS. Yeah, it's like there's movies that we love that have just never made it to Blu-ray or 4K, but we're getting like another release of this movie on 4K, and like that's just kind of been my dilemma. Now I understand that there's different companies. So you have the UK companies of the Blu-ray labels, you got the Australian Blu-ray labels, the American Blu-ray labels, and then a whole bunch in between. And when one company has a movie and then it bounces to another company, that's fine for the location. But we live in this modern time where there's a lot less people buying this stuff. And so as collectors, we have access to the internet and we can buy it all over the world. We talk about it all the time. And so then it just kind of feels empty. But like if it was in the old way of doing things where we didn't have access to this stuff and you can only get it if you lived there, that makes more sense. But yeah, I want more stuff. I want new stuff. I want the older stuff. I think everything should be put on 4K. And I've said before, I think it's all about preservation. And I just want the new generation to be able to experience these films because you love that film. I've never seen it, so it's let's put it out and I'll check it out. It's one of those things that I would love everything to be put out. Let's see. This week is jam packed with new releases. Wallet might be empty this week. Oh, for sure, for sure. And if you're talking about the ones that are coming out this week, yeah, there's definitely quite a few. And I did. So I don't know if I told you guys, but in general, I canceled my because I ordered everything through Amazon, but I canceled my Kill Bills because like two reasons. I rewatched my Blu-rays. I think the Blu-rays are okay. They're fine enough. I enjoy them. I'll eventually get the Kill Bills when they go on sale. But Jackie Brown is 100% day one. It was a pre-order. I love that film. I've said it a million times how much I love that film. So Jackie Brown's coming. But then somebody was doing a review on the Kill Bills and saying that there was like some weird um, artifacting with the film grain, where like when the scene it's like a close-up shot or it zooms away or zooms in. As it does that, it's almost like the film grain trails. And so I was like, I don't know. I obviously haven't seen it, but it just kind of I was already kind of on the fence about just keeping my Blu-rays for now, and then that just nailed that in the coffin. So I don't know, and I've said before, like people's TV settings could screw up their picture or their experience. If you have stuff set way too high, you can get that. It can really there's I don't remember, it might be sharpness. There's a setting in the TV that if you crank it way up, there's a face off the 4K face off from Kino. There's a if you crank up one of the settings on it, she comes out of the house and she's wearing this like gray like suit, this like lady suit, and that entire gray suit there's film grain all over her suit, like nowhere really else in the film, and it's moving. It's like moving, almost like it's like added digitally, but when I turn that setting off, it just completely goes away. So it's like could be a setting thing in their TV and just might be the one-off reviewer or their experience. I don't know, but I was kind of on the fence about getting those anyway, but so I held off for those two reasons. Let's see. What do we got? With all these new theatrical with all these new theatrical features, I'm putting my A-list AMC membership to good use. Yeah, I was like, there's some things that I would love to go see, but for me, I'm telling you, like for having the 8-year-old and like the wife's on deployment, there's like I would see that 3 hour long epic with Adrian Brody. I would go see that in the theater. There's certain movies I would go see, but with her, I think like where I'm at, I was like, I would rather see the older films in theaters. You also, what you're getting with some of those older films. Like, there's been some surprises in some of the newer stuff where I'm like, I just don't need her to see it. Like, what did we watch the other day? And I was like, my 8-year-old is not innocent, but there is a level of innocence with her. And we just watched Rampage. We just watched Rampage the other day. The gorilla flips off the rock, and so then now my 8-year-old is fully aware of what the bird is, and so it's just like it was going to happen eventually. It was going to happen, but it was the movie. If she didn't see the movie, she'd still be a little bit more innocent for a little bit longer. So it's one of those things that you know you never know what you're going to get. So sometimes I prefer some of those older films. Um, we got that. Let's see. Hello from the UK. Hello, Stuart. Nice, nice. Yeah, let's see. Watched Highlander 4K today. Oh, it's so good. Still an amazing film, even though it's 40 years old. So that's a conversation. So I just recently did I did a video. Does 4K matter? The Blu-ray is okay, like Blu-ray versus 4K, that whole conversation. And one of the things I didn't touch on in that video, and then I kind of wanted to afterwards. And so like that's the perfect example. So there was a thing with the 4K. Sometimes it looks so damn good, you start to see the special effects. Now, I don't have the Blu-ray, so I haven't seen it in a long time, but always had the Highlander VHS tape. And so when that 4K came out, I thought that the steelbook was beautiful. It was amazing. I love the film. Watching an amazing experience. Seeing it on my 4K TV with the surround sound, a great experience until the very end when he's hoisted up and he wins and he's absorbing everything and he's flying in the air and floating in the air. In that, you see the chains and the wires to hoist him around and spin him around in the 4K, where on the VHS I didn't see it at all. So it's just like I knew he clearly wasn't floating in real life. There was some kind of special effect, but the 4K, you see it, and then they never went back to kind of, a lot of times they've digitally done things and changed things like that. I would have rather them just digitally get rid of the wires just to solidify that experience. I was like, I don't know if you could see those special effects on the Blu-ray because I didn't have it. But yeah, it's one of those things that, that is also another argument for 4K over Blu-ray. Like, I love it. I love the 4K TV. I love the picture quality. But when I had my plasma TV hooked up downstairs and I had, the Blu-rays, like those looked amazing. They looked amazing. And so it's just like we have these 4K TVs now and great. And Highlander is amazing. But yeah, that special effect, it just kind of, it didn't take me out of the picture. It did make me kind of chuckle, and I don't know if now I'm gonna like treat it like how you watch some of those older films and you can point out the matte picture in the background where you're like, oh, that's a matte painting, and it's part of the charm of the film. I don't know if I'm gonna start treating films like that now. If I can start seeing more special effects because of how clear it is. But yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, Highlander is a great 4K, but that was my only, like, it is a minor gripe. Like, it was not a big deal, but other overall amazing 4K. My Kill Bill volumes 1 and 2 arrived today. Well, good. You're gonna have to let me know what you think of those, because like I said, I'm gonna wait off on mine. And like I said, that one person was saying that there was like some kind of artifacting issue with the film grain. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think of those. They're good. I mean, I love the films. I really do love the films, but I like Jackie Brown a little bit more. Got that. Got that. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, and then we'll hit up the giveaway. We'll do that, and we'll figure out how we're going to do that too. But is Criterion's April announcements are here, and we have so many things. Now, out of all the things that are listed, I mean, obviously, I think I'm going to get the one thing that everyone's talking about is Nora, because I like the movie poster. I'm not going to lie. But you have Ugetsu. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. That's something I'm interested in. I don't have it. So this one here, love the movie poster. I think that's amazing. So I'm in on this. I don't know if it's a day one. It's from 1953. I don't have a lot of films from the 50s. I don't have any films that are from the 50s that aren't American films. So that's something I would gladly check out. It comes out in April. Definitely not a day one for me. I own Some Like It's Hot on Blu-ray. I think my Blu-ray is fine. I don't think I need to upgrade the 4K, but the only thing I think the 4K could do is maybe tighten up some of that film grain, which I think is fine on the Blu-ray. I think the Blu-ray is really good, and if I'm mistaken, I think it's from a 2K scan already. So I think the Blu-ray is pretty solid. If I didn't have it in the collection, this would be a day one purchase. Will I get it eventually? Maybe someday. Definitely if it's on sale. It's up there. It's definitely up there. I don't. It really depends on what's coming out. If I go to a Barnes and Noble, and I get there for they don't have anything that I want, and it just happens to be there, instead of wasting my trip, I could see myself buying that just because of that. But in general, I'm happy with my Blu-ray. Nora. Now, this one here, it says it's a digipack. I've not been a huge fan of the digipacks, but I love the cover art. This is a movie that comes highly recommended. I'm interested in it. It was something that was on my radar. And then after watching Brian over at Last Movie Standings review yesterday, I skipped the spoiler stuff. So I watched like the beginning part and I watched the end part of his review, talking about how this is a great film. It's one of his favorites of the year. I think he said it was like top 3 or 5 of last year. And so this is something that, yeah, high on my list. probably going to get it. I don't know if it's a day one for me, but definitely something I'm very interested in. My dilemma is, and I have bought the Criterion Digipacks. I just am not a fan of that. But there's two here. What's this? Is this the Blu-ray? Oh yeah, they're both Digipacks. So there's that. And then what is this? Prince of Broadway. I don't know anything about that one, but another Sean Baker film. So there's that. Then what is this? Then we have Chun King Express. So we have some more Asian cinema. Something again, it's nothing I'm not familiar with, but the movie poster on it, it's a simplistic but intriguing. I'm interested. I would check it out. Definitely not a day one purchase, but just trying to get more of that Asian cinema in there. Something I'm into. Something I'm into. And then we have there's a couple others here that were just kind of appealing, I think. So there's quite a few. I'm not thinking about getting everything, but this one it looks like it was two films. So it looks like Manion of Spring, two films. Claude Berry. I love the artwork. I don't know what's going on. I'm interested. I don't know if it's an artsy film or what it is, but I'm into foreign films, so I'll check this out. Yeah, know nothing about it, and I don't know because they show those films here. So that was like a two pack here, but it shows these two films here. So I don't know if that's the way they're doing it or this is just separate, or you can buy them separately. So I would probably go the separate route on those if I did pick them up. But that's it for those are the ones that I'm really interested in. Anora is a day one. The other ones I'm kind of semi interested in, and that was it for the Criterions. We got that. I think we knocked them all out. Yeah, knocked out all the recommendations, all the new things, all the things that were coming. So we're gonna hit up definitely question time, go on more of a tangent. And yeah, we're right at the 2 hour mark. So you were right, Blue Corner. 2 hours of content on today. But then we're going to give away the store. So we have some new things in the store. So obviously you always get the mug, you get the mug down below and join in for Saturdays. But then we have the store. Let me go to that'll take it somewhere else. Let me go to a different browser because that'll take it up like all my background stuff for the store. Let me go in here. And then I'll put the link in the chat. Let's see. Put the link in the chat. It's always down below. The link is always pinned to the store, and we always have great stuff. Um, but we're gonna talk about the new stuff that I have. I don't have a lot of new stuff, but there's some I got some light teasing on one of my videos because apparently I said top notch a lot, and I know I do, but some things are just top notch, and so we have a top notch shirt now. Let's see. All right, so we got that. Let me get this link. Copy link address. So here is the store link. No, that's not it. Let me see. That's not it. Let me get this. Okay. All right. So copy link. All right. So here's the link for the store. We got that. All right. And then so let me hit these up here. All right. We got Stuart says, I wonder if they could digitize them out, maybe. Maybe. I'll blind buy Anora on 4K only during the sale. Oh yeah, 100%. I was like, yeah, I don't. It might not be a day one. I'm very interested in that film, 100%. But yeah, that's something I want to get. It's just the digipack thing. I'll get them. I have a lot of my Criterions. That's all they come in. So I have the digipacks. It just they get damaged very easy. My daughter dropped Wally, so there's a big hole in the top of it. It's just, they're easily damaged. Uh, and as far as wire removal, you'd get tons of. Let's see. As far as wire removal, you get tons of comparing from the purists that they did the Flash Gordon 4K and the Arrow, and I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I loved what they did with Flash Gordon, and I totally get it. And you are right. You are 100% right. If they did it, then people would complain. But I was like, I don't know if you could see those wires on the Blu-ray, but I know for a fact on my VHS, like maybe if I got really close to the screen, but sitting over there in the chair at the distance, it's probably like 10 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet away. I don't see the wires on the VHS. So it's just, yeah, you're 100% right. They probably would complain. And so yeah, they probably have to have both versions. But for me, it just kind of hit me up a little bit. Yeah. Chun King Express is fantastic movie. Oh yeah, then I'll definitely be checking it out for sure, for sure. Got that. What is your favorite vinyl in your library? I have a very, very small vinyl collection, and most of it is soundtracks. So I was like, I don't have a ton of stuff. I don't even think I have them close by. So I had them over there, but then I think they got moved downstairs because I'd like to get a turntable. So I was like, I haven't listened to anything. I just been buying it because I have like I have a Guns N' Roses album. I have that, but I have like the Stranger Things. I have I don't really like music. That's the real issue. And I found this out. It took me a long time to figure it out. Like I like some things from when I was growing up and I was a teenager and we listened to it in the car. But even then, like I don't really go back to revisiting it that often. My movie connection is really based on and you're a member. So I did a whole video. There's like a members only video where I explained like I showed off my vinyl collection. So I was like, that's gonna be in there. But then I talked about how I don't love music. I like it when it's attached to a movie. I like the soundtracks, and even then, I if I play it, most of the time, unless it's like completely instrumental, I like the little snippet that I have associated with the movie. So like that 30-second or 40-second little bit, that's where I'm really in at. So I was like, as far as music goes, I'm going to try to force myself to get, I'd like to get the turntable. I'd like to appreciate those albums more at all. I haven't listened to any of them, but it's been a long time since I've listened to real music. And usually in the car, my daughter and I were listening to like the Indiana Jones soundtrack, or we're listening to Star Wars soundtrack. And a lot of so it's all instrumental. So it's like that's where I'm really into it. But yeah, check out my I did a members only video. And so I was like there, I show off my soundtrack collection and the few vinyl records I have. The wires are there in the okay, okay. All right, yeah. So yeah, I didn't know, but yeah. Yeah, nice, nice. All right. So we got that. And so yeah, I got that pin in the chat. And then here we go. All right. So now I have this. And I gotta update some things. So then we got this. Let's see, share the screen. So we're gonna do the giveaway. And this is the story. I gotta change out the Christmas stuff. So the Christmas stuff. So this green shirt that I'm wearing now was a members only shirt. Only the members could buy this. And this website here, this store website has a membership as well. It works like Patreon. So there's no members over here yet. And so if you're a member and you want this shirt, message me, DM me on Twitter or whatever, and I'll figure out how to make that work. But other than that, these were the new shirts that we did. So we did the horror hound shirt. Because I say it all the time. I'm not a horror hound, but I like some horror movies, and so I was like, I threw that on a shirt. And top notch. This is the one that it was pointed out to me, and it seemed like in like a joking fashion. Like it didn't seem like anybody was really breaking my chops too bad about it. But apparently, in one of my last videos when I was talking about some of my favorite 4K movies, I said top notch a lot. And so we put it on a shirt. So those are some of the new shirts that we have there. And I guess we're gonna have to figure out something for the mustache. But then we got the top notch hoodie as well. So these are the newest ones here, and we got that. But then today we have some giveaways. So we have here's the if you want to join to be the member, got that stuff going on, and then you get perks and benefits, and then we do videos over here as well. It works just like the Patreon thing. But then I guess I can do videos that necessarily don't fall under like the YouTube thing. And I'm not going to start cussing and like dropping F bombs in all my videos or anything like that. It's just like in there, I can maybe show off a little more, maybe stuff that, would be considered, not offensive, but copyright. It's one of those things. I guess I can do more. I get a little bit more freedom in videos over there, I guess. So I got to start working on that. But then, so yeah, these are the products. And so today, we got a hoodie here to give away. We got the 80s hoodie. We got one of these to give away. And I was like, I don't know, we're gonna give away just two things, and we're gonna do it every month. And so I pulled off some things that we're gonna give away. And so today's gonna be a shirt and a mug. And we got the pint glasses, we got all the shirts, all the different stuff, and it's all print on demand. You order it, it ships to you, and all over the world. It ships all over the world. Not a bad deal. And I think that's it. Where's the mugs? So this mug that I'm using right now, this one right here, we're gonna be giving away one of these today, 100%. So one of these 80s mugs. And like I said, they're pretty solid. I like them. Big fan. So yeah, links down below. But we're gonna give away a shirt and we're going to give away a mug. And those are the new things. So we got that going on. Let's see. Marty says, which membership platform would you prefer we use? Honestly, I offered both because I know that people like the way they like things, and so there's people that have used the YouTube one before and they use it. So I was like, if you start using the other one, there are if you want to get stuff from the store, there's discounts, like everything tied in. So I was like, if you want to use the store one, it seems like from everything that I've read, because YouTube takes like a big chunk of whatever money that you pay for the membership here, they take a big chunk of it. And over there, I either keep 100% of it or I keep like most of it. So it's like it's because it works like Patreon. So it's like one of those things. So I was like, it's up to you. Like however you want to do it. I appreciate it. I appreciate the members, but there are more. It's easier to tie the benefits in if you do the store membership, and then I just will start doing posts and stuff over there and more. I got one video up now, and that's it. And I think that video is also on the regular membership. So if you use it, the three different tiers, there's discounts off merch, but then there's options to get free merch and other stuff, and then we'll just do more stuff along the way, or I'll add more stuff. So honestly, I'm glad you guys do it. I don't have a preference, but it seems like if you were to weigh out the options on paper, it seems like the store one is the better for all around. Because even I think like with YouTube, like if I do like members only videos, there's a potential that they could still like violate policy. And I was like, there's a video, and I was like, and I wasn't going to make a video about this or talk about this, but I did get a video strike. And I'm not a political person at all. Like I wasn't trying to make a political statement or anything, but like 3 or 4 years ago, I made this like goofy little video where, and I'm not going to go into detail what the video was, but it was funny. It was something I laughed at, and I thought it was funny. And 4,000 people also thought it was funny because it got a ton of views. And it was this like 30-second video. It wasn't even a short. I didn't even make it a short. I made it a regular video. It was 30 seconds, and it was just funny. And it sat up for 3 years, but I made it private because I was like, I could see where people could maybe get offended, especially if they think I'm a political person. I'm not, and I just don't care. I just happen to think it was funny. And I clipped some South Park stuff into it and everything. And they never said it was a copyright thing. And then but I privated it because I was like, maybe it's not part of my brand. And, I talk about movies and maybe somebody could find it offensive. So I privated the video. And while it being private and nobody could see it, it just got flagged the other day by YouTube's AI, and they gave me a strike. And then I had to take a course, like a click-through course of like giving examples. They would give me an example, and I had to tell them whether it was offensive or not offensive, or if it was appropriate or not appropriate. And it was just this whole nonsense BS thing that I had to do so I could get a warning, and then that'll go away in 6 months or something. And then I have to behave for 6 months. And I do. I don't swear. Like, very rarely do I sometimes I have sworn in like the live streams, but I never swear in my videos. Like, I keep it pretty clean, and I don't get political. And so it's just like, I don't get it. So it's like, I would think if I were to be able to do more stuff on the other one where you don't get that problem, I think that would be better for everybody. Because over here, like, they say that you can do the private videos, but then at the same time, like, I had a private video that nobody could see at all. Even if I sent you a link to the video, it would say it was private because you weren't me. And so I was the only one that could watch it, and YouTube still flagged it and said it was a controversial video, it was offensive video, and they couldn't do that. So we got that. But then, yeah, so we got that going on. And then, so how are we going to do this? So if you want to be part of the giveaway, we're going to give away a mug right now. Let's see, how do we do this? So name picker. I think that works. So we'll do, if you want to be part, we'll do two. So we'll do a giveaway for the, let's see, am I signed anything? No. So we'll share this out. So we'll do a giveaway for the members. I'll put all the member names in here real quick. We'll do one giveaway for that. And then if you guys want to be part of this giveaway, I mean, obviously some people don't like, the t-shirts, the mugs, or they don't like stuff. So if you don't want anything, don't. But if you want to be part of the giveaway, just type one in the chat, and I'll click on your names. I'll add them in. Let's see. Yeah, that works. All right. So then for the very first one here, let's see. So we'll give away, and we got to figure out what we're giving away to. So we have 7 members right now. And I think, all right. So we could give away 2 mugs, or a shirt and a mug, or we can give away 2 shirts. So it's like, I don't know what you want to do, but I want to give away some things. Like I said, somebody sent me some Amazon wish stuff off my wish list. I haven't got the other stuff. I don't know who sent it to me, and I want to pay it forward. So we're going to be doing this now. And so the very first thing here for members, I don't think all the members are here. So I think we'll just do a mug. We'll do a mug for the members, because I was like, I'll give you guys other things too. So we'll do that. So I have the members in here, and I'll send, what I do is, so if you win, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and then you can through the DM, I can then send you a link. And what it does, the link just takes you to the store, and it's all paid for by me. And you just check out, and you just get your item. Like, that's it. No cost to you at all. You just follow the link, fill in your information. There's no exchange of stuff, and you just wait for your item. And then when you get it, like, take a picture of it. You can post it on Instagram or whatever. If you don't have that, I do have an email. I'll give you the email at some point. Let's find out. So the very first one here is going to be a mug. We're going to give away this mug. Where is it? Oh, this mug. Ha. We're going to give away this mug. Not this one specifically. You'll get a brand new one sent to you. And the mugs actually ship out pretty fast. So the mug for these are the members. So we got Marty, Thomas, Eric, and Thomas. If you win, because you already bought a mug, I will make sure to get you one of the other mugs or a shirt. I'll change. I don't know. Maybe we won't do it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe we'll pick. I got a few things you could pick from. How about that? Let's see. Who won? Well, Thomas already won. So, yeah, let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up. I'll send you something. So I don't know. We'll send you one of the other mugs. I'll send you a shirt. Send you something. 'Cause I know you bought the mug, and I kind of won't do that. So how about we do this? How about we close this out? So this is what we'll do. We'll give away. Let's see this. I have Let's see. Arthur says, "Yeah, I want a mug set up the way you drink coffee, all cream, very little coffee." Yes, yes, that's the way I do it. All cream. Oh yeah, right in there. Okay. All right. So we got that one, and then for the next giveaway, I think we will do. So am I sharing this? Am I? Double check. Okay, yeah, I'm not sharing that. All right, let me see. So I had because I already had stuff set aside for these giveaways. And then let's see, we got that, and then products. Let's see, promotions. Here we go. So giveaway links. Yeah. So I have some shirts to give away. Let's see, we have. Let's see, I have to pull this up because the where I can see it, like it gives like a lot of my personal information, and I obviously don't want to share that. So let me pull this up. I have to just do two separate things. So this one right here, these are the things that we're able to give away today. Okay. So in this shirt, all products. So this one here, this 80s hoodie is the next thing that we can give away. We have this Shark Gods of the She Gods of Shark Reef shirt. Absolutely love this. It's just an old Roger Corman film, but the movie poster's in public domain. So absolutely love that movie poster. It's one of my favorites. So that's something we're going to be able to give away today. And I think I got one of these 80s. Let me double check. No, I have the 80s hoodie, the Horror Hound, and the Shark God. Shark Gods of or She Gods of Shark Reef. So I have the She Gods of Shark Reef. That's going to be part of the giveaway today. The 80s hoodie right here. So those are the two things, and the Horror Hound shirt. So those the Horror Hound. That's it. So those are the three. So the next giveaway, we're going to give away everybody in the chat. Anybody that did one, you get to pick one of those three items, and then I'll send the link there. So the Horror Hound T-shirt, there's that one. So and then Thomas, we'll figure something out because I know you already bought a mug. We'll figure something out. All right. So we got that going on. Let me close that out. And stream. Go back to this. We'll go back to the name picker. Okay. And let's see. We got the um, let's see. So we got Arthur. Let's see. Arthur, the blue corner. Corner. Robert Ford. Let's see. What else we got? Robert Ford. Rick want in the chat. I don't know what this is. Rick Merrick says want in the chat. I don't know if that's a one. Yeah, I want the mug. All right, so that's why the beard's so white. Yes, all the cream. All right, so I think that's it. Just call me Blue. That's what people do online. Yeah, everybody calls me 80s until like now. Like other YouTubers show up and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Chris?" And I'm like, "Everyone calls me 80s." Yeah. All right. So blue. We got that. So it looks like let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. So anybody else? Let's see any other ones. Okay. Anybody else that's in this chat? This is all the ones I got. So if I missed anybody else that wants to get on this giveaway, let me know and I'll add you right now before we go. Because I was like, "It's three. Let's see. But I know not everybody's gonna want everything. But if that's it, then we'll just pull the trigger and then you can pick what you want. Let's see. Yeah. I did see that. We had like 40 people in here, and then I'm like, I'm gonna give something away, and people are like, nah, see you later, guys. So yeah, it's fine. That's fine. If it's just the three, then we'll just pull the trigger, and then it works out that way. Arthur, it looks pretty good. Yeah. Michael, good luck. Yeah. So I was like, there's only three. So I was like, I'm gonna pull the trigger right now, unless there's somebody else that wants to get in on this. We're gonna give it like I guess another minute, another solid minute, and then we'll wrap it up. I guess. Let's see. Looks like I'm ready to pull the trigger. I think. All right. So this is for one of those three shirts. Robert Ford, you won. So you get to pick one of those three shirts. Just let's close this out. Yeah, it's like I didn't get to pick the color. I didn't get to pick the color. But let's see. What do we got? Yeah, so we got Horror Hound, the Horror Hound tee. Ah, Rich, I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it. We'll do more giveaways next month, and we'll definitely do that. So apologize if I missed it, but I didn't. I was just trying all the ones that said one. That's what I was saying. Anybody. It wasn't everybody in the chat because not everybody wants. Not everybody would want anything, and then obviously people left. So I was like, it was. We'll do the one. You put one in the chat, and then I'll add you to that thing. I'll do the thing. I was like, got that. Got that. Well, it's like if you want, I got one more thing I can give. I'll give away a mug. I haven't given away the mug yet, so I was like, I can do another one right now for anybody that's here that anybody wants it. It doesn't matter. Anybody that's in the chat, if you guys want, we'll do a mug because I was like, I did see Rich did want to be in it, so I could pull it back up. We'll do it. So we'll do three giveaways today. It kind of had a little bit of a hiccup, I guess. It's my first time giving this stuff away. Well, not really my first time giving away. It's the first time doing a live giveaway. Uh, Name picker. All right. So Robert got a So DM me if you want anything through Twitter or Instagram, and my links are always pinned down below. And then I'll send you the link for the things, and then for Robert, whatever shirt you want, just tell me what shirt you want. I'll give you the link for that. Arthur says, "Mug me." Yeah. Uh, let's see. That's clearly the only way he can get rid of it. Ha ha ha. I kid. No, people have been buying them, but I was like, no, I just we'll get you the mug. Get you the mug. All right. So we got Arthur. So we had the same people. So we'll take Robert Ford out because he won. But who else is here? Who else wants something? Let's do this again. So Rich. Let's see. We'll do Michael. Let's see. I see Michael there. Arthur. Blue corner. Arthur. Michael. Um, let's see who else is here. Rich. Blue Corner says unmug me. Oh yeah, it's okay. Unmug Blue Corner. Let's see. What is this one? Who else? Yeah, if you want to say Rich, we'll put Rich in there. Okay, so 26 people in here right now. I'd like the version of the shirt you are wearing, please. Okay, all right. We'll set it up. And then yeah, I'll send you a link. We'll take care of that. Yeah, so we got Arthur, Rich, Michael, and anybody else. So anybody else that wants to be in this right now, put a 1 in the chat. Say 1, write 1, just say 1. We'll do it. So right now I have 3 people in this spinning wheel for a mug. So we got 3 people. Let's see. Put Marty in there. Marty. That's it. Yep. I was like, I don't see anybody else. I think if anybody else wants a mug, we're gonna click spin. I don't even know. I should have like a countdown or something. Because I was like, the last time I did it, like after I clicked spun, that's when people started showing up saying that they were still here. All right. Yeah, mug me, Arthur. I think that's it. Nobody's saying anything else. So I was like, 1, 2, 3. I think we're gonna press the button. And Marty gets a mug. All right. So yeah, message me on DM me on Twitter or Instagram, and then I'll get the links over to you. So we gave away a mug, and I guess we gave away a couple shirts today. We're gonna knock that out, and then next month we'll definitely have this a little bit smoother. I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, with that, if you guys had any more questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. Gone for over 2 hours. Had a great time. I got to watch these movies. I got to spend time with my family, but it was always a good time with you guys. And with that, remember to watch a movie today. I'll catch you guys next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh, don't give me a pat. That's fine.
Go now, goodbye.